Hi friends, welcome to GradeUp, India's largest e-learning platform. Today we are going to discuss about the perspective projection in drawing. All of you come and join as early as possible. All of you come and join as early as possible. Now, Vamshi, good morning. 1 second here. I need to search my stand where it is. Johnson, good morning. My God, I hope Johnson, I was not observed you in the classes. Is it the first class or previously you are also there? Maybe you are not given the answers much frequently. That's why I may not be remembered you. Nice, no problem. Now, my dear friends, first of all, I'll give you a brief. It is your first class. Okay, nice. You try to understand the things what I am going to explain today. Mostly it is related to practical oriented because however it appears to human eye, I am going to give the same. Once I was observed you previously, but yesterday are you there? Good morning, Vishal. Sai. Good morning, Sai. For you also it is the first class. For Rosemont also it is the first. Twinkle, good morning. Twinkle, how are you now? Yesterday you were not feeling well because of some health issue. Now is it set right? Is it okay to you now? Nice. First of all, this is Balaji Gupta because few people like Rosemont and Sai Balraj are new to this class. That's why I want to give this brief info regarding me. This is Balaji Gupta, Tanguturi, having 17 plus years experience in teaching and 8 plus years experience in GATE and other competitive exams training. I did my undergraduation from JN2H and post-graduation from IITM, Industrial Engineering, Engineering Mechanics, Fluid Mechanics and Drawing. These are the subjects I am handling for various competitive examinations. And all of you, Rosemont and Sai, after completing my class, if you like it, you try to like me in the app. Good. Try to follow me in the app. Good morning, Siri. Now, first of all, I will in first few minutes I will try to give the brief info regarding yesterday's law topic, isometric projection. Even the people who all are not attended yesterday's class also you can able to understand this. Atul, good morning. Uttarakhand, very good place climate wise. Now perspective projection. Before this, I will try to go ahead with yesterday's last one. That is a multi-view projection to isometric projection. Sir, this is the front view of an object. This is the top view of an object. Sir, how to represent its isometric projection? Sir, you are already aware of it. In the front view, we can able to observe the length and height. In the top view, you can able to get breadth. perpendicular to XY line. This is going to be parallel to XY line. Now roughly I will draw what all are the things you have to remember in isometric projection. So once if it is the isometric projection, all of you observe, I will observe this is my observer side for all of my problems. So is this one is isometric projection or not? This is your isometric projection of an object, because in this case this is going to be the length, this will be the height, and this is the breadth. Now remember, I will try to ask few, I am going to convey some elements to you. What all are they? Sir, top view I am not giving. If the front view of an object is like this, if the front view of an object is like this, what is the meaning of it, sir? How we can able to identify? Ankita, good morning. Now how to identify this element? So I am going to draw few diagrams, my dear friends. You try to give me which among them is correct. Okay, my dear friends. Now roughly I am drawing, my dear friends. Don't think accuracy of the angles and dimensions. Just you observe as per that it is right or not, that's all. Because to convey some points which you have to come across in isometric projection, I want to give to you. So second one is this is the second diagram. All of you carefully observe, my dear friends. After completing the diagrams, you can able to get the clarity, which is correct, which is not, and what are the points you have to learn from these. Okay. So among these, remember my dear friends, among these which is correct? Sanket, Manish, good morning to you. My dear friends, today you try to give the answer as quick as possible. Whatever you know, you try to give it. So what is the correct answer for this? A, B, C, D. Vishal, audio and video is clear. Sanket and Manish, Ankita, Twinkle, Sai. Everyone, audio and video is clear, my dear friends. Audio and video is clear. Yeah, because yesterday I was not observed that Bluetooth was on. That's why some disturbance was there in the first few minutes. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Now, sir, for this you try to give the answer, my dear friends. What is the correct answer for this? What is the correct answer for this particular diagram? If this is the front view of an object, front view of an object, top view was not mentioned, sir. For this, what is the correct answer? So Vishal, nice, you gave it as C, good. Any other options, you can able to choose it from this, my dear friends. Today you have to be very, very fast and quick. Even though if you don't know, don't worry. Just you try for giving the answers. Try for giving the answers later. If it is wrong, it is very, very good. Excellent, Shivangi. Excellent. Perfect answer you gave. All are correct, sir. How, sir? I can't able to understand. For one diagram, how you can able to get all? I will show, my dear friends. If I draw the front view and top view of all these diagrams, then you can able to get the clarity. Sir, inside, besides to this, I will try to draw the front view and top view of everything. So for this is the observer. This is a rectangle, this is a rectangle. You can able to get like this. But top view you are going to get my dear friends, I made a small error here. One second. B I will try to change little bit, try to consider, because almost A and B are same. That's why I am going to change B. How it is, sir? Now it is okay. So for this the front view is going to be this, sir, whereas top view is going to be like this. Now for this, what happened to the front view, sir? So here it is going to be like this. Top view is this. Yeah, basically all are cut, but sir, we must be hidden lines in A and B. No. Remember, my dear Vishal, hidden lines won't come in this diagram. In this diagram, hidden lines won't come. So hidden lines, you are saying correct. Whenever, if I gave the diagram like this, if I gave the diagram like this, so if you are going to draw like this, in this case only front view, here it is going to be dotted. Front view here it is going to be dotted. Otherwise it won't come, my dear friends. It won't come on the time. Is it clear to all of you? Vishal, is it clear? So hidden line in this case only we are going to get it, because your top view is going to be like this. Is it clear? Now, because this type of errors you have to do, this type of things, so hidden things you are assuming, but in the front it is not hidden. It is not hidden. So both are correct. So another one is here. Good. Now in this, if you observe the front view, my dear friends, it is like this, but top view is going to be, its top view is going to be, I hope I should not consider this much size. So if this is the case, this is the thing. Sir, remember one thing. Here what all are the things you have to remember. In the previous question, in the previous one, if you observe, my dear friends, there is no separation line appears in the view. There is no separation line present in the view. Sir, whenever there is no separation line in the view, whenever there is no separation line in the view, if this is an object, whatever the surface will appear, it will be prolonged, it will be extruded, it will be projected or extruded in this direction. In this direction, each and every place the thickness will be the same. Thickness will be the same. Is it clear to all of you? Good. And one more thing, whenever there is a separation line, when you can able to get the separation line, sir, remember this one also important. Sir, here if you observe in this diagram, here two surfaces are coincide here. If they are at the same level, and if you carefully observe if you observe carefully, then only you can able to observe the separation line. Otherwise, you won't get any separation line. But if I am going to bring one is forward, another is backward. If you observe wherever this line is showing some difference to you, it is going to show some difference. So whenever the objects are forward and backward, means all the objects, means this is one object, this is another object. If both are at the same level from the observer, same distance from the observer, you won't get any separation. But one is going to be inclined with other. You observe, this is constant, sir, but it is tilted. Then you will be able to get the separation line. But both are tilted, separation line. But one is forward, another is back. You can able to observe the separation line. Is it clear? And even if the surface is changes, this is a flat, sir, but here it is going to be a curvature, or otherwise it is a flat, it is going to be a curvature. Then only you can able to get the separation. Is it clear? That is the point you have to remember from these. You have to remember from these. Another one, sir, similarly, if two separation lines are there, sir, you are already aware of it. There are different ways are there. Three parts are having different positions from the observer. So these are the three parts. These three parts are not started at the same level from the observer. Another way is, this is also correct, sir. So these two are at the same level, but here the separation line is due to it is moving backward. It is also separation line. Similarly, I am drawing few elements. Which is wrong? You tell me, my dear friends. I am drawing few elements. Which is wrong? You try to tell me here. I am asking which is wrong. Which is wrong? Among these, ABCD, which is wrong? Which is wrong for the given diagram? Which one is wrong representation? Wrongly representing the front view. Anyone? C. Vishal. Any other option, my dear friends? Nice. Siri also gave C, which is the wrong representation of each. Anyone? Sanket C. Why you are thinking it is a wrong representation, my dear friends? If I observe from front, this is one rectangle, it will appear. Remember, my dear friends, all of you try to observe here. If it is like this, it will appear as a rectangle. Once if you are tilted like this, once twinkle it is correct. Once if you are tilted like this, the shadow will appear as a rectangle only. Shadow will appear as a rectangle but compressed. But this line, you observe. This line, once if you are tilted like this, previously it is parallel to XY. Once if you are tilted, front view is compressed but won't make any angle. Therefore, here also one rectangle. For this is another rectangle. This is right, sir. But top view is going to be like this. That's all. Sir, your answer is correct. Twinkle, your answer is correct. This is the wrong representation. Then what is the correct representation of it? What is the correct one for this? Very simple, sir. There is no much difference. A small difference was there. What it is? Now this is the correct one. This is the correct one among these. Is it clear to all of you? Why, sir? Once if it is a curvature, we have to show the center of curvature. But the people will have a doubt. Sir, in the previous case, you drawn like this, but why you are not saying this is correct, sir? Because if you observe, this is the center of this curvature. Axis we have to draw here. In the last class I said, if visible element and axis are coincide with each other, we will give the preference to the visible. We will give the preference to the visible. Because of that reason, I was not shown there. Is it clear, my dear friends? If axis is not going to be coincide with anyone, then I can able to show it, sir. But here axis is coincide because this is the center in the top view. Then in the front view, this is going to be the axis. But if the axis is coincide with the visible element, we won't draw it. But whereas here, this is the center, sir. This is the axis of it. It is not coincide with any visible element. That's why we are going to represent it. Is it clear? Nice, my dear friends. Like this, you have to be in a position to identify them. Sir, I have a doubt. Sir, if object was given like this, this is visible edge, this is hidden edge. Sir, how to know it? Very simple, my dear friends. So here you observe this. Sir, whatever it is shown here, front view. Sir, this is not projected up to the end. This is part of it projected up to this. It is going to be like this. And what about this part, sir? This part may be moves little bit here. On the time I have to erase this. Now observe, my dear friends, all of you, how I am drawing. Now this is the correct one, sir. Why? Sir, if you observe from this is a rectangle. But here this rectangle is also visible to me. But this, whatever the rectangle is there here, it is not projected up to the end. This is projected up to certain length only. Therefore, here, this is the theorem, this particular thing. If you draw the hidden elements also like this. So here hidden line dotted is there. That's why we are going to get dotted here. Is it clear? Yeah. If it is coincide. Excellent question, my dear. Excellent question. Your question is this. I hope your question is this. Am I right now, my dear friend? Excellent. Like this, if you are going to participate, you can able to learn more things. Otherwise, whatever there in my mind, I will throw it to you. You learn only up to that. Okay? Nice. Sir, in this case, so the front view I have to draw like this. Top front view is also this. There is no other alternative. We can't able to differentiate that. So for that reason, we are going to depend on top view. So in this case, it is visible. This is hidden. So visible and hidden is there. Then we have to represent only visible, but in this case definitely they will give two views. So once if they give two views like this, they may ask what is the front view. So if they give the option like this, what is the correct front view and top view? Option A they will give like this, option B they will give like this, some fashion. So like that you have to identify. Is it clear? But this difference, whenever two elements visible and invisible are coincide with each other in a multi-view, in an isometric projection, if visible and invisible elements are coincide with each other, one view is not able to give the clarity. You have to depend on another view. You have to depend on other view. Is it clear to all of you, my dear friends? Hidden elements and visible elements are, I hope it is clear to you now. Okay. Now, sir, this like this you try to practice. Wherever you will get the doubt, don't hesitate to throw that questions to me. Don't hesitate to throw at any point of time those questions to me. Okay. Good. Now, without delaying, we'll try to enter into the perspective projection. Perspective projection. Now, anyone can able to give the characters of the perspective projection, because you are few people, you are already attended my previous classes, means whenever I was explained the classification of projections. So based on that, if you have the idea, you try to give this answer. Try to give this answer. What are the characters? Means in order to get the perspective projection, these are the elements should satisfy, sir. Anyone? Try, even though if it is wrong, nothing will happen. You are going to learn new things, because wherever you are lagging, from that, from unknowns only you can able to know the knowns. Oh, Saket Kulkarni, vertical plane and horizontal plane will come only in multi-view projection. Remember, vertical plane and horizontal plane will comes only in multi-view projection. All of you, carefully observe. Nice answer. Because once if you give one answer, that answer if it is not suitable to this particular question, you can able to know where it is going to be suitable. VP and HP are given. This is only for multi-view projection. Good, my dear friends. Whereas, remember, then other people will get the doubt. Sir, what about isometric and oblique? My dear Sai and Ramsol, don't worry. Because these words, if you are going to get it as new also, don't worry, but just you listen and try to remember these points. You can able to get later this clarity. Oblique projections. I hope you are already aware of it. Oblique projection means cabinet and cavalier, because you are already aware of this oblique projection. You drawn this type of diagram so many places. This is oblique. Isometric means just now I drawn. That is the difference. Here from the horizontal 30-30. But here it is in horizontal length. Height is in vertical direction. But breadth is only makes inclination. That is oblique projection. Here shadow wherever we are getting, this is called principal plane only. Principal plane. They are having only one plane. So we are going to get only one diagram in oblique, isometric, all these cases. That's why only one principal plane will be there. Once if it is multi-view projection, there are different principal views. If the observer is here, this is the principal plane. If the observer is here, this is the principal plane. If the observer is here, this is the principal plane. If the observer is here, this is going to be the principal plane. So like this, many principal planes are there. That's why we are decided vertical plane, horizontal plane, profile plane, auxiliary plane also. Okay, good. Any other? Because once if you are come across this, that's why I gave this explanation. Any other? I need the answers for Perspective projection. What are the characters you know? What are the characters you are aware of it? Tell me. Then I will give the remaining. I will give the remaining. Don't worry. Even though if you won't give the answers also, I will give, my dear friends, because just I want to check it out. What are the points you remembered in perspective projection? That's all. Not more than that. Anyone? So I am going to give one more diagram here. With that you try to guess. You try to guess with that. I hope you are already aware of this particular diagram. I gave this one in the starting of the classification of projections. I hope here you have the perspective projection element. Perspective projection element is already there here. Now, try to give, my dear friends, now. Objects appears smaller. Good, Ankita. Objects appears smaller. I will accept it. I will accept it. Any other? Because I won't give it as a generalized statement. I will accept up to a certain range. Any other, my dear friends? Because wherever you are having the doubt or wherever you have the idea, those things you try to give to me. Then if it is right or not, I will inform to you. I will inform to you. Enlarged show observer is not infinite. Perfect, Shivangi. Projector lines are not parallel. Right. Whatever I required, I got the things from you, my dear friends. I got the things from you that I am very, very happy. I am very happy because whatever I required, I got it. Good. So first of all, I will try to give those information. So first point for perspective projection. Whatever you gave, I will try to give it. Perspective projection. This is nothing but however the objects will appear to the human eye. However it appears, it can be captured in a camera, will comes under perspective projection. Is it clear? Now here, first point, observer is at finite distance. Here it is considered as a observer or source of light. Source of light. Sir, if it is a source of light, it emerges the rays. If he is an observer, he will collect the rays. That is the difference. But the rays in nature is going to be, if it is a torchlight bulb, it is from here the rays are going to be diverged. But if I am the observer, all the rays are going to come and fall on my eye. Therefore, this is called converged. Whether it is a diverging or converging, the rays are inclined. They are not parallel. So the second point, what you have to remember, the projectors. I should not use the ray because actual in general term it is a ray, light ray. But here what we have to consider, the rays are called projectors. Projectors are oblique to each other. Oblique to each other means they are diverging. diverging projectors. Good. So once if it is a diverging projector, now what is the other statement given? Okay, not parallel. Vishal gave, Siri gave it as observer is at finite, and Shivangi gave that observer is not at infinite. So both are that is correct. Enlarged show. Excellent. I will come to this. So object size, I will show it, my dear friends, with this. So now here you observe. Now in this you observe, my dear friends. This is the case. It is a source of light. I am assuming here is a observer. The observer is standing here like this. Now I send a rays to fall on the observer. He is a observer. He is observer. If it falls on the observer, then what will happen? Wherever the shadow will falls, wherever the shadow you will get, that is called projection. That is called projection. Is it clear to all of you, my dear friends? That is called projection. So this is called perspective projection of an object. This is a perspective projection of an object. So whatever Twinkle you said, it is correct. Yes sir. The object is enlarged. The object was enlarged. Nice. Nice. So another. Sir, it is always enlarged, sir. Is it always enlarged? May or may not be, sir. That's why, Twinkle, in one case, I said it is correct. But in all the cases, I won't accept. Why, sir? Why? Let us consider, this is a transparent paper. This is a transparent paper. And you are going to consider this is your principal plane. This is your principal plane. Here you are going to place your stand. Then on that time, what is the projection size, sir? This much size will appear. Now you observe. This is the view. Black color is view. Perspective projection. Here also this is view. Sir, in one case it appears as large in size, in another case it appears as small in size. What is this thing? I can't able to understand. Okay, no problem. Everything I will give clarity to you. Don't worry. So here these are the points you have to remember. In the examination, you try to remember one thing, my dear friends. No one in the exam. Yeah. So remember, it is a third angle principle. Third angle projection, there is a third angle principle. So the for these, so what are the points we can able to get it? I will highlight those things you try to remember. So among them, the important points I am going to put it as a star. You try to consider these. Okay. Now here, depending upon is the observer. In one case it appears as large in size. In another case it appears as small in size. Sir, can you able to give the example for this? Yes, I can definitely give it. Cinema theater. Cinema theater. Sir, in order to view the motion picture, the negative size is only this much. 70 mm length. I hope you are already aware of it. 70 mm screen. What is meant by 70 mm screen? Anybody observe it? The film is going to be placed on 70 mm. Previously it is a 35 mm. That is considered as a, it is not a scope picture, it is a, you are going to get a less length. Okay, so here 70 mm means the negative length. Negative length is 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. That is called 70 mm picture. So once if you place a 70 mm picture on the in front of the projector, then it is going to be false on the silver screen. So if you observe, the length is 70 mm, but in the screen it is more than 15 meters. More than 15 meters. Why, sir? Because here principal plane is beyond the observer, or otherwise observer is in front of the principal plane. Remember, if observer is in front of the principal plane. I am not using HP or BP here, you remember. Here I am going to use another name. What it is, I will come to you later. Principal plane. Then what is the condition, sir? View is larger than object. Take a best example. Cinema theater. Object is negative. Silver screen, whatever the shadow is fall on the silver screen, it is called view. This is called view. So the view here is larger than the object. Why, sir? The observer, here observer is film or negative, is in front of the picture plane. In front of the picture plane, this is going to be. Sir, what about human eye, sir? So let us consider another case. I am observing a tree which is very far from our place. Is it clear to all of you, my dear friends? I am here. Somewhere tree will be there. I kept one transparent sheet in front of me. So whatever it appears, I am going to draw that picture here. Then now tell me, is this size will appear more or less? My dear friends, you tell me. In this case, the size will appear more or less. It will appear more or less small. Excellent. So now, what is the other point we learned now? If the one second, here not observer, my dear friends. I made a mistake. It is not observer. If the observer is always in front of PP. So here the object. If the object, here object is a person for me. Object is behind picture plane. Then view size is smaller than. Here I wrote correctly, but here I wrote wrong. Okay, now I was modified. Smaller than object. Is it clear? Sir, I have a doubt. Always larger and smaller only? No, sir. Sometimes it is also seen. How? Let us consider. I am going to draw this object. This particular object. Okay. If this is the principal plane. If it is on PP. So I will draw here only. Therefore, object size will be the same as the view. Then it is are we observe? In my third case, I am going to place my principal plane here itself, sir. Wherever the observer is there itself I was placed my screen. On that time, what will happen? Your shadow is also have the same size, overlapped. So therefore, what is the other point you know? If the object is at or Object is on principal plane. Then view size, view and object sizes will be same. Is it clear to all of you, my dear friends? Because these are the important points. Okay, that's why I'm going to write it is on PP, on the PP. Excellent, Siri. Now, let us consider that is another point you have to remember. What is the third important point? The view size is may or may not be the object size. Very simple. If the object is in front of the principal plane, large in size. If it is behind the principal plane, small in size. If it is on the principal plane, actual size. Up to this, is it clear, my dear friends? Up to this, is it clear? Thank you, my dear. Now let us consider. Sir, just now you said, one of my friend, they said that they gave the answer that it is VP and HP. Means wherever the shadow will fall, Sanket gave the answer that it is VP and HP. You are opposed. That should not be used in perspective projection. Means wherever the shadow will fall, that is a principal plane. That principal plane is considered as horizontal plane and vertical plane. So let us consider in multi-view projection I am going to give. If it is an object, if this is an object, if an observer is here, its shadow will fall here. This is called front view. So if the object is here, observer is here, its shadow will fall here. This is top view. So the shadow we are getting in a different planes. That's why you said in multi-view projection, this is called horizontal plane, this is vertical plane. If it is a side view, sir, this is called profile plane. Means different names you gave it, sir. Good. Similarly, if it is a isometric and oblique projection, you said it is simply principal plane. You are not given any name to it. Okay, leave it. I will accept it. But in perspective projection also, wherever it falls, it is called principal plane. I will accept it. In perspective projection, it has any particular name or not, sir? Any particular name or not? Yes, it is there, sir. It is there. So in perspective projection, this is also important because I am going to write, make it as a star for important points. In perspective projection, the principal plane is called picture plane. So here PP, if I write, three words are coincide with this. First one is principal plane is a general term. It is there for all projections. Second one is profile plane. It is there in multi-view projection for side view. Third one, picture plane. Once PP is nothing but a picture plane, then automatically it is related to perspective projection. Is it clear, my dear friends? Yes, that is correct. Oh, Twinkle gave before me itself. Thank you. Nice. Now, okay, sir. Here, picture plane, I got the clarity now. Okay, sir. Now, any other words we have to come across in perspective projection? Normally, remember, my dear friends, again I am repeating, in the competitive examination, whenever it is a objective type, they won't ask you to draw the perspective projection of an object. They may ask identify. That is very easy for me. For that, there is no need to break our head to learn this much subject. By looking into it, I can be able to give the answer, sir. How? Because for this, no need of you. Even I can be able to understand. If you observe, it is a tunnel, huge tunnel, then it is okay. So this is a perspective projection. It is isometric projection, oblique projection, multi-view projection. These are very simple for me, sir. But identification, no problem, we can do it. But only the problem is terminology, concepts like these. So the shadow wherever it falls in perspective projection is called option A, picture plane, option B, vertical plane, option C, horizontal plane, option D, profile plane. So you have to choose it as a picture plane. So the shadow in this case, it falls on picture plane. That you have to remember. That you have to remember, my dear friends. Now, sir, any other terminology we have to come across in case of perspective projection? Yes, it is required. It is required. So I am going to give one after other. All of you carefully observe terminology. So first and foremost thing you have to learn is station point, which is going to represent as SP. It is represents as a capital S. If it is the actual, its front view is going to represent a small s dash, top view small s, perspective view, you remember one thing, perspective view can able to give capital S dash, remember why? All of you remember, this is also one of the most important elements. Perspective view is always a front view of the object, however it appears. Because if you observe it, there is an object here. Can I view this? Sorry, it is in the camera. I can able to observe it. Keep your hand in here. Can you able to view what is the element is there here? No, sir. No. Why? Because if it is there in front of the rays, it can able to view it. If the rays are moving like this, if the object is here, it can't able to get the shadow of it. Therefore, perspective projection is always a front view projection. Perspective projection is a front view projection. Then why you are not using small s dash, sir? Because this is the actual shadow, actual thing, it is falling. That is why actual object you are viewing. That too in the front view. Actual object is capital S. Actual object's front view, which is appears to the human eye, is going to represent as a capital S dash. Is it clear? So this is going to be another important point. What you have to learn, sir? What you have to learn? Another important point. Another important point is perspective projection is front view projection. Front view of the object only will get. Perspective projection is a front view. Is it clear to all of you? Good. So why another question? Why it is called a station point? Anyone can able to give? What is a station point, sir? I will give the example for station point. So here what the terminology only you try to remember, my dear friends. Mostly they won't ask the problems from it. Even though I will consider 1 or 2 problems for your clarity, but terminology is most important. Station point is called eye of the observer or lens of the camera or light of the projector. Light of the projector. Projector, not projector. Projector. Projector is a source which emerges the light. Projector is a source which emerges the light. Is that. Is it clear to all of you? Good. Now, sir, why it is called a station point? Anybody have the idea? If you don't have the idea, don't worry. Just you say no. I will give the explanation. Yes, nice, very good participation, and the number is also good today. And don't forget to give your valuable feedback at the end. At the same time, that is secondary. But wherever you will get the doubt, whether it is okay or not, if it is you can't able to understand also. So if it is a straight, how we can able to consider as a station? Station is nothing but static. Station is nothing but static. Why it is considered as a station point? My dear friends, as compared with your feedback, clarifying your doubts is most important. Okay, it is a stationary, that is why it is called a station point. I will accept Twinkle. Sir, let us consider, just now you said eye of the observer. Eye of the observer is a station point, you said. Okay, I will accept it. Sir, my eye is fixed here. I can't able to move from here to here. I can't able to move like this. I can, sir. I can. If it is a lens of a camera, so this is the lens of the camera. This is the lens of the camera. Is it here only? I can able to move it, sir. But why it is considered as a station point? Yes, sir. It should be. Let us consider this. Let us consider this. I will show one thing to you practically here. Sir, I am going to show the slides. Can you able to observe what it is, sir? Can you able to identify? No. Why? Because eye of an observer can able to be static at least for certain amount of time. Then only it can able to capture the image. Image is nothing but view. In order to get this view, in order to get this picture into my eye, in order to view this particular object, at least certain amount of time, it should be static. It should be fixed at least for certain. Now you can able to observe. Am I right or not? In this case, you are observing. Even I am moving it as a forward, but still you can able to analyze what the objects are going to be. Why, sir? So for a short amount of time, the eye of the observer should be static, otherwise it can't able to capture the image. Otherwise, you are already familiar while taking the picture. If you are not going to keep the camera static for at least a certain time, a fraction of time whenever you are giving the flash, if it is shakes, that blur will come into the pictures. Blur will comes to the picture. Am I right or not? That is why. So for a small amount of time, whenever you want to get the picture, for that small amount of time, the observer or eye of the observer, lens of the camera should be static for stationary for something. That is why it is called station point. That is only the reason. Now I will ask one question. For human being, for a healthy human being, how much time eye of the observer should be constant? How much time how much time his eye should be static to capture the image? Anyone? That is your question. Anybody can able to give it? We will check it out. Otherwise, I will explain after completing the next point. 13 to 100 milliseconds. No, sir. No. Even if you observe, I was not in milliseconds. Even I was placed only 0.4, 0.5 seconds. It is not observed. Yeah. I said the means eye of the observer should be stationary for certain amount of time to capture the objects, or if the person is moving, if a person is moving like this, for how much time his eye should be static to capture the images, that is called perspective projection. 13 milliseconds I have studied in bio for capturing image. 13 milliseconds. I said healthy person, a normal person. In bio you are studying 13 milliseconds. Milli means 10 power minus 3. 0.1 second. According to my analysis, it is going to be 41 milliseconds, my dear friends. 41 milliseconds. I can able to give the best example for this. How many people are aware of 24 frames? How many people are aware of 24 frames? I said a normal person. I am not observing keenly. If you observe keenly, then it is going to be 13 milliseconds also. 13 milliseconds also. If I am not observing that much keenly, just I am freely sitting, sir, and I want to know. Relaxed. A normal person. That is 24 frames. Yes. How many people heard this particular word 24 frames? So in films they can able to give this particular word. This word they can able to observe in the films, cinemas. That is per second. Per second. If 24 negatives will move in front of the projector, then only the object is going to be a motion picture. Motion picture. Even though observe elements are moving, you are capturing it. Yes, that is correct. So for observing a 24 frames, so means 1/24th of the second, it should be present in front of the reel, then only you can able to observe the motion. So in this case, it is going to be 41 milliseconds you will get. 41 milliseconds you will get, or 40 milliseconds. Whatever you said 13, I will accept it. I won't say it is wrong. Yeah, I am asking for motion picture, not slow motion. 60. No, Atul Pandey, it is not 60 frames per second. If 60 frames per second it will move, it is a fast forward. If it is less than 24 frames per second, it is a slow motion picture. So the number of frames moving per second will be less, then it is a slow motion picture. Because these are, yes, that is correct, Atul. Atul, you are correct. Now, that is correct. Nice. So these are, sir, this is not, actually this is one of the beautiful area in the drawing. But most of the times, by moving up to this topic, some universities they are not introduced to this. Some universities, even though introduced, they won't relate, they won't get with all these points, they will skip this one. So that's why in the interview point of view, once we are sitting in front of the person. It is a general terms which is related to our subject. So they may ask all these things. Is it clear to all of you? Good. So these are considered. This is going to be a station point related information. Good. Now once he is a observer, once he is the observer, where I am standing, sir, where I am standing means either camera means you have to hold it in the hand. If he is an observer, he should stand at one particular position. Means my height of the, because where my eye is, depending upon my eye position, the shadow will appear in a different fashion. Let us consider, I will show you practically, because you are already come across this. Sir, if my eye is here, object is here, I can able to visualize this. If it is here, my eye is here, I can able to observe this portion. So if the object is here, depending upon the station point, the appearance will be changes. That is why we have to specify what is the position of the station point. What is the position of the station point with respect to what we are going to give it, sir? With respect to what we are going to give it. So just you observe in this particular diagram, my dear friends. So I will try to give you some information with this. You carefully observe. So he is a observer. If you want, you can able to increase the size. He is a observer. He is here. So in this is the eye of the observer. Sir, where he is, sir, let us consider he is in the air. Where it can able to move, it will get able to fall down. So you need some reference to stand. What is that reference? The observer where he stands, or otherwise the lens of the camera where you are going to fix it. Means you are keeping like this. Means you can able to know where this camera from my table or from the ground, it is some height. So we have to give the position of the observer with respect to some plane. What is that plane is called? Can you able to give? Wherever the observer stands is called. So the plane on which observer stands is called. Anyone try, my dear friends? Anybody can able to try what it is called? The plane on which observer stands is called. Because you are not aware of it, I won't expect from you, because I will explain. That is called ground plane. GP is called ground plane. That is GP. Is the plane on which observer stands. Is called ground plane. Is it clear to all of you? The plane on which observer stands is called ground plane. Is the plane on which observer stands is called ground plane. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. Nice. Now let us consider. Sir, observer position can be given with respect to what? So just now I said depending upon the position of the picture plane. So you observe, my dear friends. You may observe. You may observe here. This is the picture plane, sir. This is the picture plane. I am the observer. Let us consider this is an object. This is an object. If it is very close to me, the size will be more. If it is like this, size will be reduces. If it is here, size is same. If it is moving like this, size will be less. Is it clear to all of you? I am the observer. You observe, this is the finger object. This is the finger object. So in this case, you observe, my dear friends. In this case, you observe. If it is here, appears as a large in size. If it is moving like this, reduces. If it is here, same size. If it is moving behind to it, small in size. Small in size. So we have to say, it depends. The size of the thing will depends on the relative distance between object and principal plane and object and picture plane. Object and picture plane. So here you have to remember one thing, my dear friends, here. So the position of the position of the station point, I am not give observer now onwards, station point will be given with respect to the ground plane and picture plane. Ground plane and picture plane. I will show in the diagram, my dear friends. Let us consider what is the ground plane, sir? So he is standing here. He is standing on this plane. This is my ground plane. On which observer stands is called ground plane. Is it clear? So the plane on which observer stands is called ground plane. Let us consider, I will try to increase its size. Good. Stands here. Now what I said, sir, what about the picture plane? So the picture plane is in front of the observer. Picture plane is going to be in front of the observer. Am I right or not, my dear friends? Picture plane should be in front of the observer. One second, there is a small error in this line. Ground plane I drawn little bit wrong. That's why I am going to modify it. Now it is okay. This is the ground plane on which observer stands. Now the picture plane is always in front. Remember, my dear friends, this is one of the important thing. This is one of the important thing. Sir, eye of the observer or lens of the camera. Eye of the observer or lens of the camera will be considered as above the ground plane and in front of the picture plane. In front of the picture plane. Am I right or not? If, let us consider, if a picture plane is here, I can able to visualize it. If the picture plane is here, can you able to visualize it? Can you able to send the shadow? Impossible, sir. That is why picture plane should be always in front of the observer. Picture plane should be always in front of the observer. This is called picture plane. Is it clear to all of you, my dear friends? All of you, is it clear? So, you are already aware of two terms. What all are they? This is going to be ground plane. This is going to be picture plane. This particular point is the station point. From this only the rays are going to be emerges. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. I'll give one more term because these terms are important, that's all. One more term, that is called horizon plane. Third one. So these are important, my dear friends. That's why the important elements only I am going to give to you. So because it covers all the subject, don't worry. So another one is horizon plane. Horizon plane. So what is meant by this horizon plane HP? Horizon plane is called HP. Here remember, in perspective projection, HP means not horizontal plane. It is horizon plane. Sir, why it is called horizon plane, sir? If I am a person, I am standing on the ground. My height is fixed. If the wherever you are standing, that is called a ground plane. Wherever I am standing, my height is fixed. If I move in this plane, let us consider this is the eye of the observer and this is going to be the ground plane. If we move in this particular direction, so if he is here, the rays are going to be collects to this point or emerges to this point. If he is here, he is going to collect to this or emerges. If he moves to here, collects and emerges. So if the observer, if he is changing its position in the plane, where from the rays are going to be, emerges. If you join all those points, is considered as horizon plane. Is it clear to all of you? It is a ground plane. This is horizon plane. Horizon plane is nothing but locus of the station point. Locus of the station point. So in case of observer only we will consider his height is not changing. If station point height is not changing, whatever the various possible positions of the eye is considered as locus of station point, that is called horizon plane. That is called horizon plane. Let us consider this is the ground. My observer height is only this. My eye, wherever it is there, that is the height of the observer you observe. Now if you consider this is called horizon plane. How the horizon plane is? Horizon plane is parallel to GP and passing through the station point. Is it clear to all of you, my dear friends? So can I explain once again, or it is clear? All of you? Because these terms are important. Most of the times in the textbooks they will write. So if you understand, no problem. Otherwise, observe practically, you think it. Good. I need the answer from Ramsor and Sai, because today I observed them because they were here or not. Good. Nice. Now, what is horizon plane? The plane which is parallel to the ground plane and at a height, which is separated at a distance of station point. So let us consider, these are the important points you try to remember, my dear friends. Horizon plane is parallel to the ground plane and passing through the station point. So up to this it is clear. Nice. Now what is the gap between? Gap between ground plane and horizon plane. Gap between ground plane and horizon plane is always equal to height of the station point. Height of the station point can be considered as this. So how it is going to be, sir? I'm going to show this one like this, just you observe, my dear friends. So this is considered as the this is considered as a, actually I should not show this now, but anyhow I've shown it, no problem. So this is called horizon plane. This is called horizon plane. Here HP is most important, my dear friends, you have to carefully observe. Good. Now apart from this, you have to know one more information from the geometry. One more information from the geometry. So what it is that, sir? Remember, I will give you that. That is going to be central plane, CP. Central plane, CP. So what is this, what is the purpose of this central plane, sir? What is the purpose of this particular central plane? Let us consider. Good. Sir, if you observe this, if it is here, I can able to observe this portion. If it is here, I can able to observe this portion of the object. Am I right or not? Depending upon whether it is left to the observer or right to the observer, depending upon that, object appearance will be changes. Object characters, parameters will be changes. Here, this phase I can able to read it. But whereas in this case, this phase I can't able to read it. I can able to read this. I can able to read this. So, depending upon, in order to specify where the object is there, whether it is left side or right side to the observer, we need some information. That is nothing but central plane. What is that? Central plane. So what is a central plane, sir? Let us consider, you are already aware of it. In this I said, this is the legs of the observer, this is the eye of the observer, I said to observe. This is the ground plane, this is the horizon plane. In front of you, there is a picture plane. Here only the shadow will fall. Here only the shadow will fall to you. Here only the shadow will fall to you. Am I right on that? Now, what is the another one we have to know, sir? What is the another one we have to know? The plane. I am not going to show this, my dear friends. I can't able to hold all these things. So, this is the picture plane. This is the ground plane you observe. And this is the eye of the observer. Now, this is called central plane. All of you observe. Central plane. What is the central plane? Central plane is passing through the station point. Passing through the station point, which is perpendicular to the ground plane and picture plane. Which is perpendicular to the both ground plane and picture plane. Is it clear, or can I explain once again, my dear friends? I will show it in the diagram also, don't worry. Thank you. Okay. Roshmol, are you feeling it is difficult or it is, are you following, my dear friend? Because I hope this is the first class to you. Are you following the terminology? Now, let us consider what is a central plane. It is perpendicular to the both GP and PP, perpendicular to both GP and PP, picture plane, comma, and passing through the station point. Station point is nothing but central plane. Is nothing but central plane. Is it clear? I will try to show it in the diagram for your clarity. So here, how I have to draw the central plane? One second, give me the time, my dear friends, because getting this one is little bit difficult in the 3 dimension. Anyhow, I will draw it, don't worry. So I drawn this one is the central plane. I hope now it is clear to you. So the plane which is perpendicular to the both picture plane and ground plane is called central plane. Is it clear to all of you? My dear friends, up to this you try to give to me, because once if it is clear, your perspective projection is almost over. Almost over. Good. Thank you. Now, sir, even though it is a perspective projection, now you observe. Sir, how to get the perspective projection of an object? Let us consider, I am considering a point. So what it is, from the ground plane at a height of some. So this is the height from the ground plane. I am considering this is the height from the ground plane. It is some height, maybe 20 height from the ground plane. And how much behind, sir? How much behind? So this is the behind information. How much behind? Around 40 behind PP. around 40 behind PP. Is it clear? This I am assuming it as a capital A. I am assuming it as a capital A. Sir, how to get the perspective projection of the point? It's very simple. You have to consider the perspective ray. You have to consider the perspective ray. So from here to here, it is called perspective ray. Wherever it touches the principal plane. Wherever it touches the principal plane is considered as the perspective projection of the point A dash. Wherever it touches the principal plane is considered as the perspective projection of the point. Sir, for getting this, if it is in the space you drawn like this, I will accept it, sir. But once if it is in the diagram, how should we do this? How should we do this? Very simple, my dear friends. So by observing the points in the front view and top view, all of you, I am going to explain few things. Just you carefully observe, my dear friends, because these are the procedure they are going to adopt in normal situation. Sir, first of all, they will draw the front view of S and front view of point A. So these two are considered as, this is the front view of S dash. This is the front view of front view of A. It will fall on the picture plane. It is 20 from here 20 above. Therefore, it is going to be considered as A dash. It is considered as A dash. But whereas if you observe, my dear friends, if I view from top, this is the position of S. This is the position of small a. This is the position of small a. Don't worry, here little bit confusion it will give in the diagram. But once if I explain in the actual place, it will be easy to you. Okay. Capital A dash, okay. Sir, how to get it, sir? How to get this particular element? So for that, remember, my dear friends, so here in order to get capital A dash, so directly we can't able to get it. Again, I have to take the help of multi-view projection. Sir, again multi-view, why you required, sir? In that case, what I will do is, first of all, I will place my observer here. For the total system, I will place my observer here. Then once he is an observer here, what all are the things he can able to observe from the front view, sir? From the front view, what you can able to observe? Sir, this total ground plane will appear as a line. That is considered as a ground line. But intersection of principal plane and horizontal plane will meet at one particular layer. That is considered as horizon line. These two things you remember, my dear friends. What is that? GL and HL. So here fifth one, ground line, GL. Intersection of ground plane and picture plane. Why it is required, sir? In the previous multi-view projection itself, I said, my dear friends, if it is a horizontal plane and vertical plane and horizontal plane, after rotation or after getting the shadow, in order to know the differentiation, we have to take some reference. So here that reference is nothing but GL. Front view. The reference is the intersection of ground. This is the picture plane. This is the ground plane. Intersection of ground plane and picture plane is a GL. But why you are drawing HL? That is nothing but locus of S dash. In order to know locus of S dash, we are going to draw HL. But the reference is GL. Front view reference is GL. Another one. What is the another one? Horizon line. HL is the intersection of horizon plane and picture plane. In front view, GL is the reference to locate the elements. So whether it is an observer or objects, with respect to this only we can able to locate it. Similarly, what is HL, sir? What is HL? HL is the locus of station point in front view, that is small s dash. So if you observe, my dear friends, if he is here, its shadow will fall here. If he is here, its shadow will fall here. If he is here, its shadow will fall here. So the shadow always falls, shadow of I is always going to present at this height. That is why it is considered as locus of S dash. How we can able to write, sir? So here GL, this is considered as the GL ground line. But at whatever the height, observer, this is nothing but height of station point. This is considered as HL. So I am not drawing with H pencil because it is 2H pencil. It is 2H pencil. Remember, red color is H, green color is 2H. For your clarity, I am going to show. Actual things is with HB. Sir, in the front view it is like this, sir. Sir, similarly, I will try to place the observer S dash here. So at this height, at a distance of 20, A is there. Therefore, where it is, I don't know. So let us consider in the problem, this information was also given, sir. So from the central plane, it is at 30 left. Therefore, if observer is here, from the central plane 30 means this is going to be 30. So it is going to be A dash. Am I right or not, my dear friends? All of you observe, all of you, I will give the clarity to you. Just to observe, this is the eye of the observer. This is the point. For your clarity, I was considered more. So here, this is the station point. This is the point. So where it is 30 from the central plane, from here to here it is 30. Once this shadow will fall here, the gap between these two will become 30. That is nothing but here it is shown. In the front view, the GL is the reference. With reference to that, all we can able to locate it. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear? Yeah, Vishal, I will explain. Where from can I explain? Just you try to type it, my dear friend. I will explain. Even the people you can't able to understand, just you ask me. I will explain, because here whatever they are going to ask, I will explain. Okay, good, my dear friends. Okay, now let us consider, sir, in order to get this particular front view shadow, that is nothing but perspective projection. What I need to do, very simple, sir. Observe everything from the front. What will happen if I view from the front? Ground plane will appear as a line, but wherever it intersects picture plane, is considered as a ground line. So it will appear in the front view. So with reference to that only I can able to show eye of the observer is at what height, object is at what height, everything you can able to observe. You can able to take the reference from HL. So that's why GL is considered as, GL is considered as the reference for the front view. Reference for the front view. Here I am drawing front view only, sir. Here I am drawing front view only. GL is my reference. Sir, where my S dash is going to be, I don't know. But I know the height of him. Let us consider 50. Let us consider in this case, the height of him is going to be 50. So therefore, S dash is going to be anywhere at this height. Am I right or not? Just now I shown. Just now I shown. If he is here, S dash will be here. If he is here, S dash will be here. If he is here, S dash will be here. So wherever it may be, S dash will be lies on this line. Therefore, this is considered as locus of S dash. Locus of S dash, which is nothing but HL. So anywhere I will consider S dash, sir. Okay, leave it. Now where is A? Where is A? They said it is 20 above, sir. 20 above. Let us consider in this, my dear friend, this is GP. Anywhere at, this is HL. Anywhere at 20 height it is going to be there, sir. But where I have to take it? Sir, from my point, it is 20 this side, 30. This is 20 height. From here 30 left. 30 this side it is going to be. 30 this side is going to be. Therefore, at this height, I am going to mark this. So from the station point, this side 30, but at a distance of 20 from the from the ground line, I was marked A dash. Good, sir. Excellent. The front view is over. My dear friends, front view is clear to all of you. Front view is clear to all of you or not? Good. Yeah, no problem, my dear friend. Just you send me, all of you, Twinkle, you give me. This is the picture plane. You are the observer. This is the ground plane. Can you able to observe what is this intersection line? Can you able to observe in the front view or not? Because this total ground plane will appear as a line, which is nothing but the intersection of picture plane and ground plane. This is GL. You will draw it. Then eye of the observer is this. So depending upon my position, it may present anywhere here, because if I change like this locus is going to be changes from here in this line only. Therefore, in the front view, wherever horizontal plane will meet here, this is called HL. This is called HL. Is clear? What is the purpose of HL, sir? In order to know where I have to place my front view of S, front view of the station point, that is going to be useful. I drawn. Sir, they said that it is the station point is at a gap of 50. So that's why I was taken at a height of 50. We drawn horizon line. Okay. Anyway, I was marked one particular point as station point. Then what they said, from the station point, object is here. Object is here. How much distance from here, sir? Sir, station point is 30 this side. Object is from here 30 this side. Here station point, according to your diagram, observe. Object is this side. So therefore, A is going to be this. Means where it is 30 this side. Okay. But where it is from the ground, it is 20 height. So from the ground 20 height you have to mark it. That is the front view of the A. That is the front view of the A. So here this is a central plane, but central plane most of the cases they won't write it. That's why I am not highlighted that. Is it clear, Twinkle, now? These points are clear to you now? So in the front view, whenever this is the system, in the front view you will get GL, HL and front view of the points. Good, thank you. Now, sir, okay, sir, with front view I can't able to get it. Then what you will do, sir? Very simple. I will observe from the top. So I am changing my observer from here to here. I am moving him from here to here. Sir, if you view from top, all of you observe. If you view from top, sir, this is a plane, no use. This is a plane, no use. Sir, in the top view, total picture plane will appear as a line. So I will get the total information in the top view like this. So if I view from the top, this picture plane will appear as a line. If the point is in front of it, it will false the shadow. If a point is behind it, its shadow will false. After getting the top view, I am going to rotate like this. I hope you are already familiar, my dear friends. White color is the picture plane you observe. Now you are the observer here. If elements are here in front, if the elements are here behind, in front will false here, behind will false here. After that, I will rotate it. So this is the top view, shadow will false here. You are rotated like this. Therefore, this is my picture plane. Once if you write the picture plane as a line, this is the top view. This is a top view. Where you will draw that, sir? Somewhere here. There is no restriction where you are drawing. There is no compulsion at what distance you are going to draw. This is picture plane. Okay. Sir, what is the gap? No, sir. There is no compulsion that. So this region I am going to show for the top view. This region I am going to show it for the top view. Sir, now tell me, observer is in front of the picture plane or not? Yes, sir, in front. So therefore, this place is related to in front. This place, top place is related to behind. Okay, sir, observer is in front. How much? Let us consider some. In the diagram, I will show it, then you can able to get the clarity. So let us consider E is at 70 in front of the picture plane. Okay, I will try to mark it. on the diagram. So where it is, in front means below, sir. At a distance of 70. This is going to be 70. But where I have to consider, sir, you are already aware of it. Front view of S is here means top view of S is also present on this projector. If S dash is here, S will be on the same projector. Therefore, this will become my S. Excellent, sir. Is it clear, my dear friends? Is it clear? Up to this it is clear. Just you observe. Sir, he is in front. His shadow will fall here. Rotate it here. If this is in 70 in front, once if you rotate like this, 70 will goes below. 70 will goes below. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. Good. Now, sir, what about the point behind? Point is behind, sir. The shadow will fall here. After rotating, behind means above this XY line. But where it is? We already know, sir. Why you are confusing me? If front view is here, top view will also present on the same line. But where it is 20, sorry, just now you said how much behind? 40 behind, sir. You show it now. So you know it is 40 behind. Okay, I will draw it. Not at all a problem. How to show 40 behind? Very easy for me. This is going to be 40 behind, sir. So this is going to be top view of A. Sir, but how to get a perspective projection, sir? How to get a perspective projection? All of you remember. This is important, my dear friends. So you know that this is S dash, this is A dash. This is S dash and A dash. Sir, once if it is S dash and A dash, the line which will joins front view of S, front view of A, wherever they joins like this, here on this line only your A dash is going to be present. Because This is the front view of S dash. This is the front view of A dash. If you join these two, so then this total ray will appear like this. Remember, if this is S dash, this is A dash, this is the line you are joining. Therefore, front view shadow will false, front view shadow will false. This total line will appear like this. Is it clear, my dear friends? I will show it again to you. Just you observe. This is the case, sir. This is the case. Station point object. This shadow will false here. This shadow will false here. This total line will be nothing but line joining like this. Line joining like this. Am I right or not? So on this line only, my front view is going to be, perspective point is going to be. But where I have to locate it, sir? Don't worry. Don't worry. This is always present. If I draw the projector here, you observe, my dear friends. This is the capital A, sir. The top view of A is this. Top view of this is capital S. This is small s. Top views, if you are joined, wherever it touches the principal plane, if you draw a projector here, this can able to give you a actual perspective point. So this much depth is not required. Just you observe, my dear friends. You observe my capital A dash will present on S dash A dash line only. In order to get it, I have to join SA. Wherever it touches here, this will give the shadow of the perspective point. This can able to give the shadow of the perspective point. If you draw the projector, this can able to give your actual perspective point, capital A dash. Capital A dash. So here, this is called visual ray method. This is called visual ray method. Here, what are the questions you can able to get it? Just you remember. That's all. Just you remember the questions which you are going to get. So first question is perspective point, perspective projection will present in the front view visual ray, front view visual, because whatever the ray is going to it. So for these front views we are drawn. Front views you are drawn. That is why front view visual rays. Is it clear? Second one, perspective projection is which angle projection? Which angle projection, sir? Perspective projection is drawn in third angle with the help of, perspective projection is obtained with the help of, with reference to third angle. Why, sir? Perspective projection obtained with reference to the third angle projection. Why, sir? If you observe, this is GL, this is related to front view, this is PP for top view. So front view is below, top view is above. This is there for the third angle projection. This is there for the third angle projection. Even in ISRO, all are changed. Still, perspective projection is not converted. Is not converted, my dear friends. This is important. Up to this, it is clear to all of you, my dear friends. These are the points you have to remember. Now, one more important, within 5 minutes, I will try to complete it. For this, there is no need of my explanation. You are practically observing it. Vanishing point method. Now, I will ask one thing. You try to do like that, I will get the answer. Sir, if you try to rotate it for some angle, you try to keep this pen for some angle, and you try to move this one like this, and observe. You observe the pen with some angle, you try to move towards left or some direction. So at one particular point, at one particular position, this total line will appear as a point. Am I right or not? Just you check it out and tell me. Just you check it out and tell me. So if you consider inclined to PP, if the object is inclined to PP, if the object is inclined to PP, and you try to move it like this at one particular place, my dear friends, it will appear as a point or not? It will appear as a point or not? Yes. Nice. So whenever object is inclined to PP, then it will appears as a point. It will appear as a point if it makes same inclination to the station point. If it makes same inclination with station point. Sir, it is inclined to PP. Once if you are moving like this at one particular position, wherever it comes as point, that is considered as a vanishing point. When object is inclined to PP, it appears as a point if it is makes same inclination with the station point. Good. Sir, okay, I can able to observe, I can able to catch it. So vanishing point can be obtained whenever the object is inclined to PP. Sorry, inclined to PP. Good. I have one more doubt. Practically you observe, my dear friends. If you are standing here, let us consider the earth is this, sky is this. You are going to get it as like this. You are going to get like this. Sky is coming like this, and earth it is moving like this. Am I right or not? If you are in the open field and if you observe, they are going to meet at one particular height. Am I right or not? Yes. Sir, can you able to identify where it is? So vanishing point is always at a height of station point. Just you check it out. Observe in the open field. You observe it. Wherever your eye is there, at that height, sky and earth will appear as meeting each other. That is considered as vanishing point. Sir, once an object is inclined to it, if you are going to draw with the help of this particular vanishing element, sir, observer, I am not observing here. I am not considering here. Wherever they are meeting it as a point. Wherever they are meeting it as a point. So here it will appear as a locus of vanishing point. Locus of vanishing point. With reference to that point, if you are going to draw the diagram, then it is called vanishing point method. Vanishing point method. I will show it, sir. So if you observe this diagram, my dear friends, all of you observe, I have shown with different one. So here, in this case, this is a isometric projection, sir. So for this, if I draw this is the front view. This is your front view. If I view from here, this is top view. I drawn top view here. If I view from here, it is side view. I drawn side view here. So this is actually position wise mine is wrong. I don't ask it, because actually what we have to do, front view, side view, top view we have to draw it. But for your clarity, I shown like this because I can't able to make the shadow here. I was shifted here. Top view shadow will come, side view shadow will comes here. So if I place this diagram from here to here, it will require more space. That's why I was not drawn. So if you want, I can able to show it here. This is the side view. This is not required. This is not required, my dear friends. This is the side view. So if I view from here, top view will falls here. So front view has to draw here, then only it is here. But it is not possible with this because of overlapping. Because of overlapping, I'm drawing like this. This is isometric multi-view. But here, if you observe, my dear friends, all these points, this is the line, this is a line, and this line, all are meeting at one particular point. All of you observe. This is the one edge. I'm drawing like this. This is another edge. I'm drawing. This is another. This is another. All are assumed to be meeting here. This is called vanishing point method. This is the vanishing point for us. Whereas this, if you observe, my dear friends, this line is going to be meet here. This is going to be here. This is one vanishing point. Sir, if I observe the height wise, this is the height. This is the height. If I extend it, they are not meeting if you observe. So for this is the vanishing point, because length directions I was extended, height directions I was extended, breadth directions I will try to extend. This is one breadth, this is another breadth, this is V3. This is called triple point vanishing method. So all these things are not required. So from these, I already said, Twinkle, we are going to conduct the session on Monday. It is related to all these topics, because at 3 p.m. you have the class again. On that time, whatever it is left over, I will explain. But this section of solids we are left over, I will explain that to you on that time. And important elements in scales also I will touch there. Then on Monday, I will give the questions to you. It is a rapid fire, you may assume, or otherwise whatever it is left over in today's 3 p.m. lecture, all those things I will complete on that day. And on that day I will come with those problems. Remember one thing, once it is a competitive examination, that to ESE, it won't take more than 2 to 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes. On that day you have to be much, you should come with your total preparation, or otherwise if you don't have also, no problem. I will explain how to imagine those questions. Is it clear to all of you? Good. So like this, the perspective projections are single vanishing point method will be there, double and triple. But whereas this, if you observe, this is considered as triple vanishing or aerial view method. Aerial view method. If you observe, these three are coincide with each other. Means in the air he is going to shift his position from these. That is the thing. But up to that depth it is not required. Vanishing point method, you have to remember 2 points. One is, if the object is inclined to PP, we can able to consider vanishing point. Here, ground is inclined to PP. Here, side walls are also inclined to PP. Is it clear? That's why we can able to use vanishing point method. If all are same inclination, single vanishing. If they are having different inclination, double and triple vanishing point methods. And one more thing, vanishing point should be always at the height of the observer. In this case, he is standing here. In this case, he stands here. In this case, he is sleeping from here and observing. So these are the points you have to remember. Still, if you have any queries from these, you try to ask, my dear friends. Then I will try to give the answers to you. So from these, I am going to conduct the class on that is on Monday. We will come with this. Still, if you have any doubts, you try to ask it. Otherwise, we will meet in the 3 p.m. session. Sorry. It is not 3 p.m. 6 p.m. Sorry, my dear friends. So we will meet at 6 p.m. today for conic sections. It is not 3. Sorry, my dear friends. Twinkle, it is not 3. Just you make the note that it is 6 p.m. Thank you very much, my dear friends. Sai Balroj and Ramsan, you try to follow me in the app, and remaining people, if you are not following, follow me, and if you have any queries, try to throw it to me. I will explain to you. Thank you very much. We'll meet at 6 p.m. Bye to all.